to another episode of Laugh Your Way to the Top. I'm Austin Fain, sponsored by Perfect Steel Solutions. We are Perfect Steel Solutions sponsored until we get better sponsors. So anybody who likes to sponsor, I'll let competitors sponsor us. I don't really care at this point. As long as we get a sponsor, $1,000 an episode, I'll be good of it. It'll pay for all my production and everything else. Today I have a very special guest. I know we talked about him a couple times on here that I work out. I know it doesn't look like I work out, but I do. We have a personal trainer here at Perfect Steel Solutions that comes works us out at 6 a.m. in the morning every day of the week, and his name is DeVon Causey. And Causey. I said Causey.
Yeah.
I know I asked you before. I'm like, I don't want to fuck up your last name. I'm like, nah, I'm going to fuck it up. Causey. DeVon Causey. Put the respect on his name. DeVon, welcome to the podcast, buddy.
Thanks for having me, man.
You excited, bud?
I'm excited.
You've been
man.
in front of the camera before because you've got by the news and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You're my first real celebrity. To be fair.
I appreciate it, man.
Zach was kind of on for St. Francis out of high school, but his looked bad. His was not good.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Of course, it's when you came back, right? You got interviewed when you started bodybuilding. Not when you were on your way. Did you ever get interviewed on the news on your way out to college from high school?
No.
If you can't notice, DeVon's an athlete. DeVon, why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself, buddy?
Man. I'm an athlete, man. I'm now a businessman. I'm a family man. Grew up in a well-to-do family, middle class. Took advantage of all the opportunities given. Bumped my head a few times in life. Bounced back king, adversity. I use adversity as schooling to bounce back from adversity, and it made me a bodybuilder.
Yeah, you picked up bodybuilding after college sports.
Yeah. I always try to do things for my family, man, and it was never about me. I always try to put my family in a better situation, financially, mentally, physically, spiritually. So that's what it's always been about in my life.
You were always gifted, probably. Like, I thought, like, not just because you're black, but also because you had like really good genes. You just like stout as fuck, right?
Yeah, definitely. Both my parents were athletes. Both my parents.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Hall of Fame, track, gymnast.
Oh, okay.
My mom, I'm speaking about. Gladiator. She was on the Gladiators. Everybody in the city in her era knows her for that.
You're lying right now.
Nah, bro. No.
Like American Gladiators?
Yeah, like what Michael Hearn does and stuff. My mom.
We're lying right now.
Yeah, bro. I didn't tell you that?
No.
Yeah, bro. So it goes deep, like with my athletic background and my will to win, my champion mindset.
Shit, if your mom was a gladiator.
Yeah, I try to see when you've been at the bottom, you trying to figure out what do I have that'll push me forward. And I'm speaking about the bottom mentally. Anybody just who's going through that, like, basically, what's my gift? What am I good at that I do with the least amount of effort?
Right.
And I looked within, and our DNA stretches from here to the moon scientifically, is what they say, out of this book that I read called Exceeding Gratitude for the Creator's Plan. And that was in 2016. I read that book. Our DNA stretches from here to the moon. So I started looking within myself.
Okay, like the length, if you would. Okay, I was like,
the length.
Yeah, gotcha. I was like, man, are
deep.
you related to people on the moon? I'm just fucking stupid. I didn't understand.
Nah.
I'm fucking dumb.
Nah. It goes deep, but it ended up, I really got the gift, the manifesting your gift, from a motivational video by Denzel Washington,
When
Steve
he was
Harvey.
speaking to college, is that what?
Different variations of him speaking. They were talking about manifesting your gift. All the guys were collaborating on that one video, but not trying to get religious or nothing like that.
Can if you want to.
But the Bible was speaking about, they brought up the Bible speaking about your gift making room for you and putting you in front of great men. I'm in front of a great man right now. So the fact that I took my gift serious and actually put effort into what I'm good at with the least amount of effort, it got me to a worldwide status in bodybuilding naturally. And then in this city of Fort Wayne, I've trained all the top people in business and in their respective fields. So I'm just taking that, my gift and manifesting.
And you generally like doing that. I mean, you generally
love it. I love watching
ordering
people
my fat
evolve.
ass around and telling me what to do and
No.
telling me to work harder.
See, you ain't right for that. You ain't right for that.
But no, you're definitely a gifted trainer.
Thank
Definitely
you,
a gifted bodybuilder. You've won a competition before. You travel everywhere, right,
Yeah.
to go compete.
Yeah, it's made room for me, man.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You competed in the Arnold before?
Not yet. No.
Not yet. Which ones?
I did a lot of shows. I did the best ones that I've done.
The big ones.
The big ones I've done is the Nationals.
Yeah.
This is when I was NPC
Because
I'm
you're pro
now.
You're pro.
So in Nationals, I did the USA Natural Northern USA. That's all the northern states. Did that. That's a natural show. That was my first overall show. I suffered for that show. I was at a different place mentally because my brother had just passed. So I was using that to push me forward. And I done the one that I did to go pro, which was the Natural Ben Weider Classic. And that was a lot of fun in Alexandria, Virginia. I turned pro. And since then, I've done a couple pro shows since then, and it's been a roller coaster, man. It's been eye-opening.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
And you don't believe I've tried to tell you that I want to get on testosterone and I want to do all this stuff and stuff. You don't believe in any of that stuff.
I'm natural, so even though a person may not have my genetics, they can peak their body to their best potential. So I just believe in trying to be without the test as much as possible, because once you stop taking it, if you ever you have to keep taking it once you start taking it.
Yeah.
And so I just think you could boost your testosterone naturally. That's me trying to look out for you, bro, and everybody else.
Everybody that you train.
Yeah.
So, and you are still training. So if anybody in Fort Wayne wants an awesome trainer, DeVon,
Thank you.
can train you.
Yep.
We got our own gym here. So a couple of the guys work out with us in the mornings. So where did we all start? You're from Fort Wayne, right?
I was born in California.
You were born in California.
Yeah.
How did you make your way to Fort Wayne, Indiana?
So my parents it's funny because my dad had a vision with his music to go out to California, and California is known for, Hollywood and all the big stars and stuff. He had a vision to make it. My brother he's 12 years older than me. They were actually just down there on my dad's vision trying to make it happen. I was born, we didn't really have nothing. My brother was selling paintings on Venice Beach. They were sleeping in the back of a semi truck some nights and staying with some of my family members, like my aunt Sue, who dated Ike Turner before, James Brown. They stayed with them for a little bit, stayed with her son. So it was just a struggle, and I was born during an earthquake. So they ended up moving back to Indiana.
Safer. No earthquakes in Indiana.
Family, everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then, so you went to school where?
Went to school here. I went to St. John's Middle School. I went to middle school also in Indianapolis, Guyan, and then I went to Pike High School in Indianapolis.
And then
Kentucky State.
Must have been pretty good at sports somewhere along the high school days.
Yeah.
As what? You were
running back football.
Running back.
senior year, wrestling, track.
You third string, fourth string?
So I was splitting my reps with a guy who his dad was involved in the organization.
Mm-hmm.
So I was splitting reps with him. He was like a sophomore. Derek Wilkerson, that's my guy. Splitting reps with him. But yeah, I was like first string, second string.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
And then that was good enough to get you an offer from...
Nope. Wasn't even good enough.
No?
I had some leads, but I ended up walking on to Kentucky State and earning a scholarship. Yeah. I had to take the SAT and stuff to get there and earn the scholarship.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
You played there for 1 or 2 years?
Played there for 2 years.
2 years.
2 years. I was a red shirt freshman. Then I was a freshman. Then I actually left sophomore year. I left sophomore year.
Gotcha. You fell in love. You had a baby.
Man.
Then you decided to come back to... You were still in Indy at this... Then you moved back to Indy,
Moved back to Indy.
Moved back to Indy.
Yeah.
And you were...
Fell in love.
Fell in love.
Fell in love, bro.
Like to go back to... Now, I think you've been... first of all, you're massive. Like, you have... here's a lighter.
Right on, bro.
You're massive. Like, how big are your arms? Do you know?
No, we're going to have to measure them one day.
We're going to measure them. Probably 18s.
At least, yeah, 18.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson size fucking arms.
Yeah.
Giant back. I mean, your physique is incredible. There's pictures of her on the internet. If you guys look it up, DeVon Causey, and type in bodybuilding, it'll come up. But it's so funny because when you look at it, you don't look like everybody else because you got 2 little holes.
Yep.
And you have been shot by a gun twice.
Shot by a gun, bro.
Twice. And been fine, relatively, both times.
Man. Crazy.
Crazy. You're the only person I've ever met
Really?
that definitely been shot twice and nothing bad happened.
Really?
Yeah. Definitely.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
I don't know how many people you know that have been shot multiple times, but fine, but you got to be the only
what's crazy?
one.
I'm not even I don't even know a lot of people, bro, honestly.
Yeah. I think you're the only one. There was a story that you told me that you were in high school. It was the first time when you graduated.
Yeah.
The day of graduation or something like that.
Yep.
And females were after you, and you were about to go party and do all that kind of stuff, and someone rolled up.
Yeah, I was chilling with some females that I was cool with. And some guys that I was cool with, they were type of player guys, we call it player, like just some handsome, well put together guys who just wanted to be with the ladies,
Mm-hmm.
But they had some stuff going on that I wasn't aware of at the time, and some dudes rolled up, and I was warned about it by all my teammates, all my classmates and everything, that some guys rolled up, because I had a Mustang back then, very distinguishable. And I was outside of Steak and Shake one night with the girl, and some guys rolled up asking me where he was, and I wouldn't say where he was, so they started shooting.
How many times do you think they shot?
Bro, I have no clue.
Like, you think they shot just one time? You think they shot 10 times?
No, they definitely shot at least probably 10 times at least, because
10 times, and one of them caught you. I believe this was in the leg.
they might have caught me on the first shot.
On the first one.
The first shot, they might have caught me, because I ran in front of the Mustang after they already shot, but I think on the first one, he might have shot me in my leg.
I bet that fucking hurt.
Afterward, it did. When I'm recovering, it did.
Jeez. In the moment, what are you thinking about?
God, please forgive me for everything that I've ever done wrong and take me to heaven.
You just ready to call it quits then?
Nah, I fought. I was
Yeah.
fighting. So I took my shirt off, tank top I had on my tank top. I had a button up on. I don't know how that came off. But I had a tank top that I wrapped around my leg like I seen on the movies. And she was driving, and I'm just like, baby, drive. Baby, drive. Like, I'm running out of breath, and I'm like feeling my body shutting down. It's like a robot.
Yeah.
My hearing is starting to go out. I'm just in the back seat, you know, and blood is
Just bleeding like a stuck pig.
Yeah. Because I got shot in my main artery, our femoral artery, where Sean Taylor got shot and died.
Damn.
So, yeah, that was a crazy situation, you know. I'm glad you brought that up because it makes me more grateful every time I think about it.
Yeah, I mean, like, definitely, like, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I don't know if they actually mean fucking guns or bullets, but, I mean, for you, I mean, it was nuts.
Yeah.
Did they ever catch the guys that did it?
I don't know, bro. Honestly, I don't know. I know that whatever I reap, I sow, and I know that goes for everybody. So, thing is, whatever energy you put out is what you're gonna get back. So I don't know. I didn't press charges or anything, but I don't know what those guys' lifestyle is like. If they changed, if they dead, or if they in jail, or what.
Jesus. So it was halfway bad luck, halfway because the situation was bad with this female.
No, it was bad luck, and it was something that I needed to realize in my life because they had something going on, some type of beef in the community. They had some type of beef. I had nothing to do with it, so it was like bad luck for me. I don't know what it was about or nothing.
All I know is you have a bullet. Did it go straight through? It got stuck in there?
Yeah, it's still in.
It's still in your leg?
Yeah.
Dang. Why couldn't they take it out?
I think they didn't want to disrupt
Anything more?
I think they took a vein out of this side of my leg and then put it into my right femoral artery, operating like that. And then, damn, that just seemed like so long ago, but it's still like I don't have to be here.
What do you mean?
Crazy. Like, I didn't have to turn bodybuilding, turn trainer. It's just real, bro. It's just like I don't have to be here. It happened in 2012, day of graduation. But
Long
it's like
time ago.
that could have ended.
Yeah.
And all of us gotta leave, but it's like mine could have been gone.
Done. You could have. Their story would have been open and shut right there. That's absolutely crazy. And then it was, without going to like the major specifics of the second one, like you were living in Indy,
Yeah.
and another situation arose where, in a wrong situation, wrong time, mysterious man outside, and up to no good.
Involving myself in and being accountable to my own actions because I created. I can only take accountability for what happens to me, bro. You know, that's it.
Yeah. So what happened at the second one, without going into specifics? You walk out of your apartment, Indy. You think it's cool. I don't know if you're going to work out. I don't know if you're going to go to school. I'm not sure.
Being in a toxic relationship, I'm married at the time. I get married in 2015 to a woman of another culture. You know, different than what I was brought up to believe in and stuff. But I'm trying to step out on building my own line of family, right? And basically, we were in a toxic domestic violence relationship.
Right.
And her brother got involved, but he known that we had been in these situations, but he never had seen anything or nothing like that. But we were arguing and stuff around him and stuff like that. But basically, I don't know if it was already planned, but he was they were telling me to let him be out on the street, you know, because he had nowhere to go and things like that. But I was being compassionate for him. Like, nah, he could stay with us. He just has to, you know, help. And he could stay with us. And so, and these are the parents saying, like, let him just, you know, go on the street and stand on his own 10 toes. But long story short, was taking a shower one day. He gave me like $100 on the table, on a dresser, and basically I came out of the shower and the money was gone. And I know I didn't do anything with the money, but I had just got off the phone with my wife at the time. And I don't blame nobody or anything. I'm just being real right now. I had just got off the phone with her. They were out of town in Detroit for Savior's Day, is what the holiday was and it was like Ramadan, or it was some type of time for the Nation of Islam. And so it was the perfect alibi or whatever. I was walking out to go to UND. I enrolled in UND at the time to try to get my career back flowing with football.
Right.
Man, I was fresh as ever, man. I had refund checks. I was paying, like, I had the refund check to, you know, pay the bills and, you know, get myself back on top. Because I had always been on top, bro. And so I'm leaving the house after talking to her, and she just said, she's just like, I don't ever want to talk to you again. And it was like different for me at that time. It was different for me. But I walked out the house after we hung up the phone, and $100 was gone, and, you know, Ishmael was gone. That's his name, Ishmael, her brother. And basically I walked outside and I turned the corner about to get in the car, and the barrel was just in my face.
Jesus Christ.
And so I backed up, and it was like I didn't see him no more, but then he like pulled up on me and shot me, and the impact of the bullet made me bounce off of the door, and then I ran after him. Off of instinct, you know. Off of instinct. Fucking
Can you imagine?
Beast, like. And when I was like, nah, if he gets scared or anything, he gonna start popping some more. So I hit a football, cut to the other side of the building, went outside of that door, and then I'm by the Colts Stadium at the time. I'm about to run to my aunt who's staying over there at the time. But I'm like, you know what? If I get over there, I'll die over there, because she may be too emotional, and nobody may get to me on time. It's taking a lot of effort just to get over there. So I thought he might have hit me with a beanbag or something. And I looked down. Yeah, I looked down and seen that a hole was in me. And so
That is nuts.
Yeah. And
where was the hole at?
It was right here on my abdomen.
Right there, center mass.
Right there. But it wasn't time for me to die.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not a person like that questions that type of stuff. Like, it just wasn't time for me to die. I understand why everything had happened, but it's more to things that's on the surface or that's in black and white. Sometimes people aren't held accountable until later in life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm held accountable immediately.
Yeah.
For things, you know, from everything that I do wrong. I can never get away with it. So at that time, it was just like, okay, turning point in my life again. I go to the hospital. I don't tell anybody anything. I don't trust anybody. I'm in Indianapolis. I'm with these people. They have all these connections with different departments and different professions and things. I'm not trusting anybody. So after that, it's like, what am I going to do from here?
Nuts. Nuts. You're laying up in a hospital bed. You got a hole in your chest, And you're like, oh, time to make new decisions. So then you move back to Fort Wayne?
Nope.
No, you stayed in Indy?
Well, I went to Fort Wayne for a little bit and then went back.
Hadn't learned all the lessons yet.
Still hadn't learned all the lessons. This is my family. I'm in love. I'm married. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do this. I'm gonna make sure I'm protected. But
I see you walking around in your own apartment with a body armor on.
oh man, and I can remember specifically one of my partners. We got the same tattoo. Family ties. It just means loyalty. I see him at the gas station, and he's knowing what happened because I think the brother actually asked him, like, I don't know if he was asking him for the piece or if he was what he was asking about, but he told me at that time is when my friend at the time, and we still cool, but he said, I said, bro, how we get to this? Because I don't know how we started arguing. But I'm like, how we get to this, bro? And he was just like, bro, I don't know. He was like, I'm going to see you at the top, though. I was like, all right. See you at the top, Since then, it just been, getting over, because when you make vows forever with somebody, that's like deep, right?
Generally, you want that to last forever. Or
you invested deep.
Yeah.
And I'm one that invested in myself, I do love myself, I do. I've loved others more than I've actually shown myself love, though, in the past.
Yeah, and that's generally fucked you over before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you have to love yourself.
Yeah.
First, right?
Yeah. You finally know that.
Yeah. And it's still tough because, like, even now, like, I want to do things for others when I really should probably live for myself a little bit more.
Yeah. And then eventually you come back to Fort Wayne. And this whole time you're still working out, you're still keeping up with your fitness, doing all that kind of stuff.
Trying to get it.
Does someone approach you at a gym one day and tell you about bodybuilding? Did you find it online? Did you watch some TV?
Shout out to Cali Muscle, man. And I know I'm parlaying, I'm sipping, I'm smoking a cigar. Cali Muscle, I watched a video. I had already watched a video on him before I got shot and stuff, like a year before I got shot. And I started, like, dieting. I was making oatmeal for me and my daughter with no sugar in it, bro. Like, we were eating ramen noodles and stuff like that. Like, I was just getting into the whole fitness world and trying to figure out how to diet and trying to get swole and all that. But it started growing, like, as the time went past. Like, I seen somebody who had background issues. They came from a certain world, and I seen them being successful. They were making it. So I was like, I can do that too. So it just kind of was growing over time.
Okay, so there was no, like, point where you, like, saw something online, you're like, I'm gonna go do that.
Yeah, that was Cali Muscle. That was in 2015. I got shot in 2016, like early. January 22nd, 2016 is when I got shot. I seen Cali Muscle in 2015, like in September. So it happened like quick. Both me getting shot that second time and me being inspired to keep pushing forward in fitness in like a 5-month span or a 4-month span. So that was good. I never thought about it like that.
Yeah. I always wondered because, like, people are like, oh, when did you get inspired to do all this? I'm like,
no, that's a good question.
I'm not. It happened, and then I kept rolling with it. I didn't swim upstream. I just let it take me where I was going, and then, it just happens, when you least expect it. And, but usually when I hear about bodybuilders and stuff, someone comes up to the gym and be like, bro, you should.
Yeah, you should
train.
compete.
Yeah, you're big.
And people have done that with me.
Yeah.
As I was already grinding, people have came up to me and done that. Like, I remember on Venice Beach one time I went to, in 2018, I went to California again, and I had never been since a baby, so I didn't remember nothing or nothing. And the guy was selling jewelry on Venice Beach, and he was swole. Bro, I've seen him on the internet before, and he was just like, you could be champion. Like, he was like, yeah, wear this, you could wear this necklace while you working out and stuff like that. It was like a gold unk I was trying to get or something. But he was swole, bro. He looked like Mike Mincer or something, bro.
Big.
Like, he had a mustache. He looked Italian dude. He was out on Venice Beach with some nice pieces. And
that kind of was like another kick, and then you're like, dude, I'm going to go after it.
Yeah, I got some shirts made out there and stuff with my brand, Pray and Elevate Fitness. That came from everything that happened too. My LLC, Pray and Elevate, because only person who kept me alive was the creator, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Like, that's nuts.
Yeah.
So then you start picking things up and putting them down repeatedly. You're starting to get big. And then you go compete. How many shows did you compete in before you went pro?
I did the Hoosier Flex in Fort Wayne, Natural Indianapolis. I did a national show after that in Miami that same year. And then 2020, COVID happened, so I didn't compete.
Right.
2021 is when I did 3 shows. Then I did nationals again. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. I did about 8 shows before I went pro.
It didn't even take that long to go pro.
Didn't even take long. Man, blessing. It was.
So now your goal, it's kind of two-pronged, right? You want to compete and you want to do well doing these shows, but then also you want to try to grow a business now. Yeah. Because there's not a lot of money in bodybuilding until you are a Cali Muscle or something of a notoriety like that.
You must have personality.
Yeah.
You can't just be a stereotypical dummy.
Yeah.
That's why I wear pieces. That's why I work at 2021 I was wearing jewelry in the gym.
Yeah.
I was like Black Panther in the gym.
Yeah.
Like, man, I had a 300. You know, I was pulling up, bro. And it was because I wanted to separate myself. Like, I'm not a normal bodybuilder. Mm-hmm. I'm a person. You know, I'm not just thinking about muscles. I don't think I'm better than anybody, like egotistical or nothing. I'm a real person. I've been through real things, and I'm trying to inspire, you know?
Yeah. Now the grind is somewhere between training, bodybuilding, and then you still have to have a job in the meantime, which is like what you hear a lot of the actors and things doing. They always have like a bartending or a waitress gig or something like that
Actors
while they're
too?
trying to. Oh yeah, actors are big into that. All the biggest ones ever.
I didn't even know that.
In California, they always do waitressing, bartending, something to make it until they do make it. So they have to live, and then all of a sudden it takes one, some kind of movie to elevate you. And
what does make it mean?
well, I mean, they get their first big movie that they're in or something like that. Then they're finally they don't have to bartend and stuff no more. But
yeah,
I see you do that because when I met you, you had just left your last job.
Yep.
And
they fired me.
And you wanted to come here and train, and it was kind of perfect scenario. And
Sir.
And I was like, he's working towards something, but this isn't like, what he was doing before. It wasn't like his passion wasn't being a warehouse guy or anything like that. His passion was bodybuilding and training and making people healthier and bigger and stronger, kind of lighter. And
my bad, big dog.
It's cool. And I thought, well, that's pretty commendable because there's a lot of people that would be a whole lot lazier with the approach to making it. a lot lazier.
With success,
Yeah, you work a lot.
with success, you gotta be uncomfortable. With success, you gotta grind and get it, and you still gotta go through life, and you gotta work a job sometime before you get that break. So,
Are you besides your genetics, which are impressive and stuff,
Thank
but
you,
like, what are like the main things that you could tell someone that they should do if they're already fit and they're trying to become a bodybuilder? What are some things that that you have found success in
yeah.
that maybe is not just so obvious?
Damn, that's a good question, bro.
Yeah.
You don't compete. Like, prepare. Like, focus on your genetics, focus on your mindset, focus on where you want to be in life. Like, I never won because I'm like, this person is going to be there, or I need to be the biggest person, or none of that. I turned pro natural in a natural show. That was just an extra blessing from my path that I was going on. I was focused on being the best me. Don't focus on other men. Focus on what's right for you. Don't worry about lifting the weight that other people are lifting. Don't worry about the ego part. Really try to like peak you mentally and physically.
So it's almost like a golf game, like where you're just competing against yourself. You're not worried about the other people on the course. You just have to do the best you can. However it shakes out, it shakes out.
Yeah, I mean, in business, because you're somebody I count as a top person in business in my life. And just, I watch a lot of guys on the internet, but I actually know somebody in real life, right? Do you compete with people in business?
No.
You see what I mean? So what works for you truly is what's gonna work.
Yeah, I guess so you can draw some comparisons there. I've never done anything because a competitor was doing it. Exactly almost the opposite of just trying to be different, because it's just, there's a pool of people and, it gets crowded, towards the top. It gets real crowded, with the almost making it. And if you don't do anything a little bit different, then you're just going to end up like everybody else. And so we've tried to not be that stereotypical contractor that everyone hates. We've tried to cultivate a different experience for our people, for our employees, things like that. Mm-hmm. We haven't had the same struggles that everyone else has.
Yeah.
We have different struggles, but like, we don't have they can't find good help. We got plenty of good help.
Yeah.
We don't have the dip in sales or the roller coaster. We don't have that.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to spend tons of money on lawyers fighting cases and doing all that stuff because we're already doing a good job.
Man.
And that comes from sort of a top-down thing. One of my buddies the other day, I was watching his podcast, and hopefully Shane Arugio will come on the podcast here soon. But he has like the dog complex, and I liked it. He explained it that as an owner or as a manager or whatever, the mindset you have to walk in with every day is so different than everyone else. And he compared it to being like a dog. No matter what you do with your day, for those of you who have dogs, no matter what happens in your day, trials and tribulations, wins, losses, whatever, that dog is at home, and all day long, if everyone's gone, he's just chilling. He or she is just chilling. He might have barked at a few neighbors, something like that, but it's just chilling all day long.
Yeah.
It knows nothing of what you did all day. And as soon as you walk through that door, what does the dog do? Loses its fucking mind.
Yeah,
it is so fucking happy that you're home. It's the greatest moment, and it's live, and it meets you with that same energy every single day.
Every day.
And he drew a comparison to that, to where what he does at work, and no matter what happens on the outside, he comes in with that, hey guys, love it. Let's go. This is the best day of my life.
Yep.
I'm so glad that everyone is here. Yeah. It's another day. Like, and if you can do that, that's been extraordinarily helpful to people to rely on you, to be accountable and a sound backboard emotionally and physically for people. If you bring that energy, I just went on vacation a couple weeks ago, and I was gone for a week and a half, and during that week and a half when I got back, most of the things I heard besides nothing went wrong, which was great. It was just I go, did anything happen? They're like, no, everything was good. Just the energy was off. And I go, why was the energy off? And then the energy was like, because you weren't here trying to make everybody's day better and doing all that kind of stuff. And so I don't necessarily think about that at all when I'm here. I don't think like, oh, I got to come in today so that way I can make other people's day better. I think I'm doing a job just like everybody else. Mm-hmm. And so when that was said, I was like, oh, like, okay. I was like, that makes sense. Like,
yeah,
if I'm not here, then the impact that I have on my company on the day-to-day, like that's working for somebody, like that's helping somebody.
Man.
And so I try to do that now consistently, is like come in, and even if I'm not feeling it, I woke up late, we trained super hard, we had leg day, something that I hate, having problems at home, whatever, I try to go bring the energy and bring the excitement. And you know the days that actually happens and I'm feeling it, it's a different Austin, you know, where we go crazy.
Pretty great, even with that. But yeah.
Even with that, I try to maintain, and you've said it before, that I'm never excited and I'm never like down the dumps.
You got that steady.
It's pretty steady.
What needs to get done.
So now I'm trying to bring a little bit more, you know, you see me when we're working out. If someone needs something, or I just stop working out, I do that stuff, come back to working out, you know.
Yep.
And show them that they're more important than whatever I'm doing.
He's on it.
Yeah.
He's on it.
And then being the first one here every day is pretty important too. And that helps me with working out at 6 a.m. because we're the first ones here every day.
Yep.
When me and you come in, it's pretty much dark every day. So.
It's going to inspire others around you.
Right.
Because they come in sometimes before I get in or before you get in. And
go ahead.
You never know what somebody is going through just like us. For you to be your best self, for you to be solid and to give that good energy off, man, like,
yeah,
that's serving people.
Yeah. I like that you try to do that, and you have a very kind of, until you start to get comfortable, you have a very laissez-faire approach to just a steady, constant push, grind kind of attitude. And most people wouldn't catch on if you're having a bad day or a good day.
Yep.
You don't let on either way.
But
now I've known you now, and I can tell, and I pointed out a couple of times, I'm like, bro, you're super tired right now, aren't you? And you're like,
no,
dude, I'm so tired. I'm like, bro, honestly, I didn't know. I'm just taking a shot in the dark, but like, it's just the energy was way different.
Yep.
And that's because you were working a job where you got off at 11, 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And then you got to be leaving your house again at 5 o'clock to come train my fat ass. So I'm like you have a lot of that just trying to be your best self for everyone else sort of deal. And I think that's, in a trainer, probably what you want. You don't want your trainer to have more problems than you. Your trainer has the solutions to your problems, or why would you have a trainer?
I want that, yeah.
And so I've really taken a note from that as well.
Thanks, bro.
No, I think it's I think it's a good quality. And if I was selling what you were selling, I would want someone that, you don't want your trainer to have a problem. You don't want your marriage counselor to be going through a divorce. You don't want your business guy to be going through a bankruptcy, and you just don't want any of that. Right. So like you don't take relationship advice from anyone you wouldn't want to have a relationship like. That's been my rule from the main thing. I think with personal training, if the person you're training can spot your faults, it's not something that you'd really want. They're like that perfect person that will take you to that, thing, like
in that spectrum.
So like I want to push myself to do that. And since me and you have worked out, I bought my biggest problem has been cardio. Obviously, I'm still super fat. I'm getting super strong, which is cool, but I'm still super fat, and I just can't make myself get on that fucking treadmill. Okay. And I purchased a sauna, and I purchased a cold plunge. And that cold plunge comes in next week or the week after. And I'm really curious to see, because my thing is I'm going to get here a little bit more early take a dip in that cold plunge for 3 minutes, just like Joe Rogan starts his day off every day with a cold plunge.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, every day. No matter what he's got going on, he starts the day off with something that sucks really, really hard. I'm going to get in there. And then I'm hoping that juice, that serotonin, binge that I'm going to get after that fight or flight, that controlling my breathing, getting real out of 10 real quick. I'm hoping that allows me to shake off those early morning vibes and do cardio. That's what I need to do. Yeah. So, and then the sauna, I have a hard time going to sleep. And so I read that the sauna before you go to bed will kind of like that heat shock proteins and the your body to reach REM and to like fall asleep, your body has to get cooler.
Oh yeah.
By a couple degrees. It's just how it has to happen. Like you never go to sleep getting warmer. It just doesn't happen.
It's weird because
your body temp has to drop.
I always got to be cold when I'm sleeping.
Yeah, and that's part of it. Like
to get good sleep.
You want to go to sleep. Your body, even if it doesn't feel like it, your core temperature has to drop a couple degrees for you to go to sleep.
Makes sense, bro.
So I'm gonna heat up my body a lot before I go, and I'm already gonna be here all day, nasty anyway. So I'll just hop in the sauna, go home, take a shower, and get in bed, and hopefully by that time, that core temperature will drop from doing 15 minutes on 180 degrees or whatever it is. To go to sleep, and I'm hoping that those two things will help my fitness, and then everyone can see on camera that I'm not going to be as fat anymore.
Yeah.
So
that REM sleep.
Yeah. What do you think is your biggest struggle with getting the personal training business to be out of 10? What's your things that you need to work on? What are the things that are holding you back from just doing personal training 24/7?
Man, you know what, man? I have a theory, but I'm so accountable to myself that I'm in my way. A lot of my background, a lot of my persona, a lot of my image. I want to be authentic. I want to be people real. I want it to all be real and authentic. But I think a lot of it may be because of, I can really only say myself, but I could say I want to say the market sometimes because, like I said, I wanted to separate myself from all the other trainers in Fort Wayne and in the world. I don't want to just be a trainer, I don't think I want to just be a bodybuilder. I want to be a coach. Right. I'm a certified coach. But I have things that I'm growing. Mm-hmm. I think as I grow, I'm looking at where I come from and stuff and getting that stuff, letting go of a lot of stuff that I was brought up to think and believe. So I think it's just me. I'm in my way. I'm trying to get out of my way, bro.
Yeah.
To be a coach, I have to hold myself accountable financially, mentally, emotionally, physically is on point.
Physically is on point.
You know what I mean? I gotta understand that everything isn't necessarily for me. I think certain I've been through so many jobs, right? Or I've been through. I want to work with people. When I got into this, I said, I want to train. I got this from Wes Watson, by the way, but I said, I want to hire people for attitude and train for skill. And his story inspired me because he was making $800 to $3,000 a month at first before he was, a millionaire is what's out there. Staying at his grandma's house with his mom and dad in a twin bed in the same room. I have a similar story like that. I was sleeping on the floor. When I first came back to Fort Wayne, I was staying with my mother, sleeping on the floor. I got opportunity from somebody who was inspired by me going to nationals. They brought me to the owner at Catalyst Fitness. I was getting paid under the table during coronavirus, and I had a key to the gym. So I was making money in training, making like $500 a week there, you know, in training. And so I think it just takes time for me to, just like anybody, get out of our own way and understand life and figure it out. Like, I got a niche, but like I'm still figuring some stuff out with myself, I think, honestly, and I'm in my way.
You are in your way. That's what you think.
Yeah.
Anything you want to talk about next?
Shoot, just.
And we're back. We're back at it.
Back.
After a good pee break. So, do you have any questions for me? Like, I do a lot of interviewing type stuff, but do you have things that you would like to ask me?
Can I see that lighter?
In front of, besides that, it's the only question is you only want me for my lighter? What are some things that you've been thinking of on the leading up to? Because we've been wanting to do a podcast for a minute.
Yeah, we have.
What's some of the things that you want to talk about on the podcast? I do a lot of talking on my previous podcast, sometimes 2-3 hours.
What kind of questions they ask you?
Whatever comes up. Sometimes they ask me, you know, stuff about business, sometimes about work, family, friends, just whatever's important to you, whatever you think that will be relevant. You know, you spend an hour with me every single day most days, but I mean, I figure at some point, I mean, we talked about something.
Damn, that's so real.
Yeah, we talk a lot.
It's not like
Let's talk about how, while you're thinking of stuff, let's talk about the female situation.
Let's get it.
Okay? So, like, I've always, every morning I jazz you about, hey, man, did you run any females this weekend, blah, blah, and always the same answer. Nah, man. Nah, that's not what I'm on right now. I'm like, that's stupid, because if I looked like you, I'd probably have AIDS. Like, you could get what I would think a lot of women and things like that, and that's not your focus right now. And that's something that, you know, I think a lot of people think about. Either they want to get money, they want to get a physical appearance, they want to get something in order to probably get females. I mean, most of this world kind of revolves around females.
Yeah,
either getting a partner or getting married or spending some time with my best friend, or just purely physical, whatever. I mean, that's what people think that when I talk to people, they're like, oh man, you got money, you got all this stuff, like you probably do really well with females. I'm like, no, like I work all the time. When would I have time for females?
Right.
You know, I work, the one that I have at home, you know, she's real upset with me all the time because all I do is work. So, like, in your experience, at the level you're at, you have the body, you have a great personality, things like that. Why aren't you pursuing females and that kind of stuff? Living lifestyle that I think that most people would think like they would have if they got your body type and if they had your commitment to fitness that they have.
I think
because no one does sit-ups, nobody except for you does sit-ups for any other reason than to get females, to have a six-pack, to give you.
Yeah,
none of the guys that I hang out with go, bro, I have a six-pack now. I did it for you. Like, no one does that. I did it because I want to be good at my job. No one does that. They do it strictly so that when they get in the swimsuit, they look good to pull females. You don't.
Well, even in business, with you gotta represent your brand. It's not to please your bros. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's about, like, look, I'm Jack, do it with me. Sometimes it's like, yeah, I'm getting a result, do it with me. But for me, with women, I'm a hopeful romantic.
Yeah. What does that mean?
Like, that means, like, I've been married before, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had a vision about having this specific lady as the specific woman as the person that I was gonna build with. So I'm gonna be real. I think in life you can't just have free sex. Like, you can't just have free sex.
Mm-hmm.
Like, some people do, but eventually y'all gonna start. If it's not helping each other in any type of way, it's not gonna work. So me getting a divorce, I got divorced in 2020. That was 3 years ago. I'm slowly like getting back. You know, I talked to girls, I entertain girls. Our girls always coming at me all the time.
Right.
Not always 10s. They be 10, some of them, but like, and I've been with them, but bro, it's like my boy Wes just made a joke about it, and then I feel him all the way. It's like, I don't even get hard unless I love you.
Really deep.
Like, I don't even get hard unless I love you. Like, I don't even get like, I gotta connect with you on a different level.
Yeah.
On a different level for me to even get hard to really want to crack. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like, I've done all that stuff.
Yeah.
Bro, I've been with the most
poor
beautiful
DeVon.
women. I've been with the most beautiful women in my life, bro. So it's like, once you get that out, it's like you want something deeper. And it takes work, bro, to do that.
Yeah.
It takes work to being in a relationship. It takes work. It's like another job.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I've been married early, bro. It takes work. You know
So
what I mean?
now it's just focus on bettering yourself, put yourself in a situation where you'd be a viable partner for somebody else.
Heck
and
yeah.
then do that.
Heck yeah. I mean, I got friends, like, even talking to, can I be real? Even talking to a hoe, man.
Right.
It costs money to have a conversation with a hoe, man. You can't just talk to a chick who like that, you can't just talk to a hoe for free and expect her to be talking to her for free. Like, how can y'all help each other?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or eventually, if y'all can't use each other, then y'all gonna end up doing it for free.
You think it was like wasteful time to spend time on girls? Is that what you're pretty much getting to? Like, it's wasted time.
I love
If you're gonna be, unless you think it's gonna lead to a relationship, you're wasting your time.
Nah, yeah. If y'all can't help each other, then I think it's a waste of time, because if y'all can't help each other, what are we there for?
Yeah. No, I've tried to have that similar conversation with a lot of people. Is when it comes to relationships, it's like
whether it's conversation, company.
it could be company.
She might
It'd be
want to
fun.
masculine.
She might be funnier than you, and it's a good time. She, it might,
Exactly.
she might be more adventurous and takes you places and things like that. I mean, there's definitely more than just a body or a physical thing.
I could be wrong, bro. The thing about me, I could be wrong, bro. But I think, like, she either wants me because I'm dominant. She may want me because of my body. All of it's fine, whatever. That's cool. But I know me, like, that's fine. If I want to do that, I'll do it. But what are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah.
For real, what are we doing? Because I don't want to be wasted. I feel like you should build yourself up to give it to the right person. That's just how I think. But I could be wrong.
That's fair.
I think you should build yourself up and give it to a person deserving of you.
Yeah.
Not everybody. Or you ain't no different than the other one.
Yeah, I had the conversation with some people that
Nobody's perfect.
they always, my biggest thing and my hurdle with finding a partner. I've been divorced before. I have a girlfriend now, mother of my child, and like the biggest thing is like they have a hard time filling any gaps because I'm pretty self-sufficient.
Yeah.
I can cook, I can clean,
Hey.
I make money, I can have a good time by myself. I got great friends. I got great family. So like, where do they fit in? Like, that's a hard thing for someone. Now, for some of my friends, they might have low self-esteem or something like that. Well, they need a partner to then build them up. Some of those people might struggle financially and they need someone who's good with the books.
I understand it all.
Some people might not be able to cook and they just really love coming home to a home-cooked meal. Some people love a clean house and they're just dirty motherfuckers.
Yep.
And so they find a partner that can do some or all of those things.
I don't blame them.
And I don't blame it. You need to find something, whatever that gap is in your life or whatever. And I find it hard, when to have that conversation with her. It's like, you just gotta fill in the gaps. I mean, I don't think that I'm without weaknesses or anything like that or gaps to fill in, but I don't actively know. If no one will do it for me, I will just do it. It's just one of those things that I have inside of me. If I don't have money, I will go get money.
Yeah.
If I'm not having a good time, I'll go have a good time.
Yeah.
If I don't have the success that I want, I'll go out and get that success. If I want to go out and have that food, I will make that food. I will clean that house. I will do whatever the stereotypical things are that you look for in a partner. So it's like, I find it tough because I'm complicated to have someone fill in that stuff. So when I think of you, it's like, honestly, you're probably looking for someone to maybe help build your brand or hold it down at the home so you can go take a risk and go compete more, do something like that. I don't really know.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I would think that you would want. I mean,
you're not far off.
And romance, I guess, because you want that. But that's fine. I mean,
you're not far off, bro.
Some people want that stuff.
Every girl wants it all. Like,
yes. What they don't understand, I think, is that they don't have it all.
Some girls don't. I mean,
most
like you said,
don't.
Where are you gonna fill in?
Not a sexist thing, by the way.
We're not.
Just saying, like,
we
don't have it all.
We don't have it all.
But they think that they want it all without having it all.
It goes both. It's both men and women like that. So it's like, like you said, bro, where are you gonna fill in? And you have to go through candidates to see. You can have fun and see. And that's where I'm at. I'm just like peeping baby girl's mind. Like when I'm out and about, she may like me for my appearance.
Yeah.
She may like me because I'm jacked.
Yeah.
She may like the car I may be driving at the time or something or anything. She may like anything. Exterior.
Yeah.
It's all exterior, but when it comes to like life, it's like, bro, real shit.
Yeah.
Like, are you gonna hold it down if I get put in this wheelchair?
Yeah, that stuff. I have a buddy.
Or are we just having fun?
I won't say his name, but I've been trying to get him to leave for wheel. I don't have the lighter whenever you get a chance.
Yep.
But, God, you're such a dick.
My bad. My bad.
So I have a buddy, and he has a partner. They've been together for a while. I just keep trying to convince him that he shouldn't stay because she is the kind of person that if it wasn't easy right now, he's got a high level income and he provides quite the life for her. She, that kind of stuff.
Shit.
And he won't leave her. But I'm like, there's gonna be time. You're gonna be an old man one day.
It's that real shit.
And when you run out of money or the physical stuff, then it's going to be getting kind of hairy. I mean, I don't know everybody's heart, but like, I was like, dude, I don't want to. There's some things that I can provide you in life. I'll help you out forever. But like, there's some things that, like being in a wheelchair or being old or doing that kind of stuff. You need someone to take care of you. If that's important to you, then that's what you need. And I know that he wants that. I'm like, but he just doesn't understand that at all. He thinks that she will do that, or she, it'll be better in the future. She'll grow and that kind of stuff. And maybe they will. I don't know everybody's heart.
Maybe they will, hopefully. But people have to learn things later than others. People have to learn things earlier than others. Like,
hopefully they don't have to get shot over it.
See what I mean? Like, I learned things earlier than other people that it hurt at the time, but I know now. And it's like, cherish the people that love you. Cherish the people that are really there for you. You know what I mean? Because that's what matters, bro.
Right.
I can grow and be anybody tomorrow from being who I am today. Better, but you have to cherish the people that are there for you, like, truly.
Do you have any other dreams besides being an athlete?
Just being that big dog, just taking care of people, you know, just
having more than enough to then spread on to other people, pretty much.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Now I just want to be. I want to be jacked. I want to be wealthy to help people, have enough to spread around. I want to help the youth in my community that grew up, because they don't have anybody to see anybody who has things that aren't selling drugs or, you know, doing the wrong things to make means. That's pretty much everybody's dream where I'm from. But
yeah,
very few. I mean, we've had some big dogs who made it. Like, it's amazing how many people. I was just having this conversation with somebody recently. It's amazing how many people made it out of Fort Wayne to, like, be athletes, big athletes and stuff, bro. We breed some gorillas and lions here, bro.
Yeah.
In Fort Wayne.
Yeah, we got people all in the NFL, NBA,
Come on
all
now.
that kind of stuff.
In Fort Wayne. From Fort Wayne.
You know, going to all sorts of different schools and stuff. And so, like, but I think that's a lot of what people think when they're young is like, that'll be my success.
Yeah,
and
like, don't let that young person
you know?
down. Don't let that young person down. Basically, like, whatever you thought about when you were younger, like, I think, like, you should keep that. Yeah. In the Bible, it speaks about having that spirit of, like, a child. Like, that child, his imagination is so grand, bro. Like, as adults, when we start paying bills and we start letting life beat us up, we start losing our vision. But, like, also, it speak about if you don't have a vision, you'll perish. Biblically. Yeah. I'm not trying to get religious. I'm just speaking from the Bible. Your vision, everybody doesn't see it either all the time. But, like, you don't let it go, because that's what keeps you going.
Right.
That's what keeps you going, bro. Because otherwise you'll just start falling victim to everything around you. And that's why it's important to have the right environment, the right people around you.
Yeah, that is the most toxic thing about a person when they go play the victim.
Don't be a victim.
I mean, at least play the victim. Everything happens because everyone else.
Yeah.
It's you.
It's
you.
That's
it's
why
you every
I can't
time.
say
You're the reason you got a divorce. You're the reason you're not successful in business. You're the reason why you don't have big muscles or you're fat. You're the reason that you are the reason. There's no other reason. You're the reason.
You're the reason, bro.
Some other stuff happens to you, but that happens to all of us. And I think that one of the most toxic things that in the people that I hang around, almost all of them don't have that. They don't have that victim card. They're like, I'm an idiot. I do this to myself. And I'm like, that's fine. That's good.
Because you don't have to stay there.
Yeah, you can instantly move past that as soon as you absolve yourself and go, oh, it's because I'm dumb. You know, that's why I'm in this position.
Yeah.
And everyone else is, if you think it's because it's your job that's holding you down, if you think it's because it's your manager, if you think it's because of your family, if you think it's because of your friends, if you think it's because of your female, whatever it is, or husband, or whatever it is, if you think that that's the reason, or kids, or whatever,
real talk.
I think it's because of the stock market or anything. Like, it doesn't matter. It's your fault. You are in the position currently because you put yourself in that position.
Yep.
And you're the only one probably that can get yourself out of it.
Yep.
You could make a friend along the way and make it easier and things like that.
Yeah,
your family might be able to bail you out and things like that, but at the end of the day, you're the only one that can actually manifest your, you know, like that success and whatever. If you want to make your marriage work, if you want to make being a better father work, if you want to make your business work, if you want to make whatever you want to do. If your dream is to become a pilot,
man,
you don't need to blame Subway's not paying you enough to take flight training classes. That's not the way to look at it. You have not put yourself in a position to be financially stable enough. Mm-hmm. You've not worked hard enough, and you have not tried to attain more in the time to put yourself in a financial to get flight school training if that's what your dream
And
is.
sometimes it takes time.
It does take time, but I think that most people get caught up in that. Like, that's another excuse. Time is doing it to me. Time.
Not doing it.
I'm too old. I'm too young. It's,
Yeah.
you know, like, I just had kids. I can't blah, blah, blah.
But not being a victim of it though. But like sometimes being consistent.
The grind is part of it, for sure.
The process.
The process. And
over the result.
And
itself.
every motivational person that we and you have ever listened to, they say, you know, the worthwhile part isn't the end game. It's the process.
Everything in between.
It's the process. Success isn't the destination, you know, it's the journey. It's all that.
That process.
You know, and not to get like super meta or deep or anything like that, but like,
I can't help it, bro.
You know, we fall victim to that because me and you watch a lot of motivational stuff. But that's the most toxic trait. If you have those people in your life that blame everyone, first of all, try to help them. Just don't leave them by the wayside. A lot of people that are motivational people or whatever, they'll tell you to get those people out of your life. If anyone tells you can't, or anyone says it's, you know, because of this or whatever, those toxic people, get them out of your life. I don't necessarily believe any of that.
I operate
I would like to bring those people up and try to change their minds.
I operate like that too.
You know, like just leaving them behind is no good for them. You know, might be better for you. You know, but give it a try. You know, a lot of people I've sat across from people that have been struggling and then asked me for help and things like that, and we'll sit there for hours until they admit that it's their fault. You know.
Yeah.
Hours. I'm like, no. It's not because your manager passed you up. It's not because for a promotion. It's not because, you know, we have a different president in the office. It's not any of that. It has nothing to do with any of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's your fault. You've made bad decisions by accident or on purpose. You've chose badly, and you're there. And I make them admit to themselves that they are the issue. They are the problem. They got there because of them before I help them. Instead of just going, hey man, just get out of here. You're not the type of people I want to be around.
I get it, bro.
You know, but a lot of motivational people will be like, no, get those toxic people out of your life. No, you know, what about if you water the garden where you're at? You know, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. Like, you know, try to bring some people up with you. It's helped me.
Yeah, so one thing that doesn't lie is your own experience.
Yeah.
For you to say that, I can't do nothing but respect that, you know. I can't do nothing but respect that, bro.
Being quick to judge people is one thing, but to leave them behind is something else.
Yeah.
I've tried to do that, but I don't like that trait. That it's a very negative trait.
Think it's negative?
It's a lot of negative trait. I mean, the younger generation is falling victim to that hardcore. We have to have different bathrooms to make people feel inclusive. We have to call them certain pronouns. We have to respect people's different politics and different religions and different blah, blah, blah. Whatever it is, just to make them feel, you know, safe and all that other stuff. It's like, let's not go into all that stuff. We're just human beings. Like, let's not have to worry about all that kind of stuff. Like, if you chose to be weird, just be weird and own that. I don't have to respect you because you're weird. Just be weird if you want to be weird, you know? Probably getting a little bit off topic with all that kind of stuff, but, you know, I find it strange.
I'm following you.
I find it strange. Have you followed any of that stuff? It's strange.
Well, we got, like I said, I was born in Cali. I admire California for its entrepreneurial spirit and America for its entrepreneurial spirit. Like, America is like for entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna be whatever you are, be it. Like he's saying, I get that.
Let's break that down for a minute. Why does everyone want to be an entrepreneur? Why does most people want to be an entrepreneur? Why?
For me, I was almost forced into entrepreneurship.
Right. So for you, but like, why do you think most people want to be an entrepreneur?
Do they?
I would assume everyone wants to be their own boss. I mean, you hear that a lot.
That's kind of because to be your own boss, you have to do a lot of stuff. You know, you have to do a lot. You have to be accountable. You have to say when you fucked up, when you are being dumb, or whenever you mess up, or when you doing good. It's like, I don't know why everybody wants to be an entrepreneur, bro. Honestly.
Yeah, I don't think they get it. I mean, because I'll speak from being an entrepreneur. It is. I would, if I could make money different ways, I would definitely make. If I could play a game, you know, if I could be on American Gladiator, if I could do something that made the same amount of money, I'd have definitely done that.
I think for me, I didn't go to the league or anything was a blessing, because a lot of people are getting like brain problems and stuff like that, and you have to play that game. You know, you can't say whatever you want to say that is in your heart to say that you feel is right. Like for me, I may say something that people don't agree with, but like I'm allowed to say that because
you're a free agent.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? So it's tough being an entrepreneur, man. Like, I don't know how many people want to be an entrepreneur or what the statistics are, but like, it's not like, if you have a lot of free time, you got to be doing something with that free time.
Correct.
You can't just be thinking you're going to get paid and you're not adding no type of value to anybody.
Right. Like, when I talk to a lot of people about starting their own business, I got people that work here like, I want to start my side gutter business or side pressure washing business, all that other stuff. I'm like, that's good.
Yep.
I want that.
Right.
If you're willing to work hard for yourself, you're probably willing to work hard for me. I'm all for it. The part is where it becomes that you have to do so much stuff for free.
Exactly.
And nobody's willing to do that. You have to do so much stuff.
Man.
And they don't understand that you have to do so much stuff for free. You can have all the talent, you could have the tools and all that other stuff. If you go out and start a pressure washing business, and this is just an example from one of my guys.
Yeah.
It's not been successful. Because when he works his normal job, let's call it an 8 to 5. It's not, but let's call it an 8 to 5. Mm-hmm. When he gets off at 5 o'clock, he doesn't want to go out and hustle more business for his pressure washing business. He wants to go home. He wants to eat a nice meal. He wants to play with his kid. There's nothing wrong with that. He wants to go play some video games, whatever. Maybe relax. Maybe have a drink. I don't know. And then it becomes 7 o'clock, and that's when opportunity's not all that there, you know? And
right.
And then he comes to, like, he worked all week. Well, now the weekend starts. Well, I worked all week. I don't want to go out and hustle the business, you know, blah, blah. If someone calls me, I'll go out there, but I don't want to hustle to go get more If you can't make yourself do shit for free, it is going to be really, really hard.
I've done a lot of stuff without getting paid. I was coaching when I was friends with people back when I was little. I was always seeing the bet. Like, for instance, I was thinking, bro, when you said, DeVon, that's disingenuous because you were working out, and I was just like, bro, you the man, bro.
I didn't say it was disingenuous.
What'd you say?
That's a big word. I don't do that.
What'd you say?
I said that when you give people a compliment like that, which you were trying to do.
No, it's real. That's how I feel, bro.
And I believe you because I know you. But when you do that to people, and the thing, if I say, you know, Cheryl, good job, and I walk away, she's like, what the fuck? What did I do with a good job?
You did for her, bro?
She blah, blah, blah. No, she doesn't get it. If I say, Cheryl, great job. Thank you for putting together that luncheon. You've been killing it on the phone calls. Customer service higher than ever. you're an absolute bombshell. Great job. That's different. Now she knows what she's getting thanked for,
Right.
the admiration, everything like that. If you just go, good job, people minds go crazy.
Right, no doubt. I get it, and that's
I was just trying to give you a leg up because all the schooling that I had and the leadership stuff really taught me a lot of that stuff. You know,
No doubt.
to do that.
no. I
and
thought
to use
about
their
that
name.
part too. Why in my demand? I took all that in consideration, and I just thought like when I seen it, I just mentioned it. You come in early 6 a.m. in the morning. You don't always feel like working out.
I never feel like working out.
Come on now.
I never feel like working out.
But you were killing it. I think we were doing legs that day. Were we doing legs that day?
Think
Can't
so.
probably remember either.
Think so. I'm
Think we
usually
were doing
angriest
legs.
on leg day.
So just for you to be grinding like that, bro, and to have all this stuff on your plate, I just was saying, I feel like that about me that morning because I was about to go out and get it. And I'm finna perform high. So I think people like entrepreneurs are the people that actually keep America, pay its taxes, and help America the most.
Oh, for sure.
It's not the people that's playing victim.
Yes.
You know?
The exact opposite, actually.
It's the people. So we operate from a different level, like of self too. But like once you get out of self, you trying to help others. I think that's where I've been. I think I just got to go to a different level around people like you who can push me, because once you have it yourself, once you got it yourself, you're trying to help others. So like the love that I built within from working out, from dieting, from being positive one day. Being positive is not easy. You told me one time like that like if your mom passed, it wouldn't be a good day. But I was like,
well, I was
remember?
being obtuse. I was being obtuse that time.
What's up, to
Obtuse is like
big?
obtuse is like being abrasive. I was being the opposite of helpful during a conversation. I
I got
you. Because I really want to. The problem is that I really want to know.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a salutation. When people say, "Hey man, how are you?" You're like, "Good man." And you go on about your day.
Yeah.
That's not what I wanted. I want to know, "Hey man, what's up?" And you're like, "Every day's a good day," and I'm like, "No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
Right. You
It's
remember what I'm
not.
talking about. Yeah.
It's not." I was just being obtuse, but
It's like, man, that attitude of like that dog mentality that you was speaking of,
Yeah.
bro. It's training. It don't come like that. It comes after time. Just like confidence. I learned confidence doesn't come. You're not just born with confidence. Everybody has to do work to do that. Like, man, the training mentally is so important, man, because that's what gets you the body. That's what gets you to that level of fitness.
because it's uncomfortable every day.
You have to
It sucks every day.
Gosh.
It doesn't suck some days for
and
you.
you gotta pay the credit people, the loan people, when no matter what's going on, it's uncomfortable, right? It's like, it's training, bro. It's mindset training. It's like that dog mentality. It's like training. Like being positive is just a choice. It's not. I felt I was the man when I told you that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I was the man when I told you that, and I just seen it in you. I'm like, oh, I'm around some dogs. That's what I'm feeling like.
No, and I definitely think that we do feed off of each other for sure.
That's what I was feeling, dog.
I definitely feel like I was just being obtuse that day, but
Already.
and we do that because
Just like,
I don't also want to let things go
And I love that about you.
by the wayside.
Love that about
I think
you,
that we
bro.
can learn from each other. We come from such different backgrounds. We come from such different opportunities,
Real
and
shit.
we've been having such different gifts.
I love that shit.
I
About
mean, we
you.
are
You ain't let shit slide.
almost about as opposite as you can come. You love doing hard shit.
Because it builds character.
Yeah, but some reason you do it even if there's not even a benefit to do it in the moment.
It's like what you said. It's because it's like what you said. Free shit. Nobody wants to be on. Everybody wants to be an entrepreneur. Everybody wants to shine. Everybody wants to that good life. But who the fuck is gonna do the hard work? Eventually, if you do the hard work, you get the opportunity. You're gonna live. You're gonna be able to have that freedom. Right. But when you get that freedom, what are you gonna do with it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I can have freedom, but I'm gonna utilize that time.
Yeah. You stacking that stuff is definitely helpful to building your character. But I'm just saying, like, you choosing to go hurt yourself in the gym every single day.
Bro, when I first started bodybuilding, when I had a vision of being a bodybuilder, I would work in a warehouse. I kept a resistance band in my back pocket after watching Cali Muscle. He was selling resistance bands. I would get pumps in the warehouse.
Did you buy a Cali Muscle resistance band?
No, I ain't. But I was an ambassador for him. That was a blessing. But, bro, I would get that pump in at the warehouse. I would be working out at the warehouse. There's guys that watch me now who were the managers at the time and be like, I seen from the beginning when I prayed with him and when he was saying he was going to do the stuff he's doing now. It's just time to go higher now, bro. They have, families. They have Benzes and the watches and everything, It just take time for me to get that stuff.
And so what's your next goal? Like, what's your next goal? Like an actual goal, not just to do more and spread the love and all the other stuff. What's your actual next achievable goal?
I realized today, and not to get off topic, I realized today that people care about external stuff. They think I care about external stuff. I don't.
Like
being clean, pulling up. I do care about pulling up. But I care about, I know me and you had a conversation about, respect.
Ooh, I like this.
The way people...
I love talking about this.
The way people, talk to you and things of that nature.
Yeah.
I just want to be in check of my character, bro.
Yeah.
People may think, I work in maintenance. I work my job maintenance right now. I was first to be hired on. The second person comes on. I can hear a person speak out of their heart and pick up on what they got in their heart for me. And that doesn't faze me either way. But it'll be they think I don't, because I pull up and I may have a Cuban on under my shirt or some earrings that I don't want to get dirty. I'm very, very, very gritty.
Mm-hmm.
I've slept in the car in 0-degree weather. I've cleaned floors for $12 an hour, bro, and came up. I've cleaned toilet, bro. I've done renovations. I've done everything. That doesn't, it's about internal. I want to be in check of my character. I don't want to make the same mistakes that I've made in the past that has caused the adversity in my life, the self-inflicted adversity in my life. And everything else would be added on.
Mm-hmm.
That's my goal, is to be the man, be that person that I need to be.
Yeah.
Be that stand-up man, father, son, coach. I'd have to be a coach, bro, of fitness. Yeah, you got the result aesthetically, but I want to be more than that. I want to be good in business. I want to be good in business, bro. I want to have stuff. Damn, I gotta pee again, man. That liquor running through me.
No, it's okay. We'll button it up here. I just don't need to take the. I gotta do the battery.
I want to be a big dog, man.
You want to be a big dog.
I want to take care of other people.
I like talking about respect because I think we started this because, people talked about, people respect you. And I'm like, People don't respect me. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
People might suck up to me from time to time, but people don't respect me, or in the common sense, not everyone. You've seen the way the guys come in and talk to me. There's no respect.
They respect you, dog.
You think that they do, but they interrupt me. They talk to me differently. You know, it's not the same respect. If you need if you want to run like mob stuff, then you probably need some respect. For me, I don't need your respect. I need your complicitness. I need you to understand my dream, and I need you to understand the expectations of what I need you to do as an employee relationship. But I don't need you to respect me. I don't care if you respect me. I don't care that I don't take care of my appearance at all. Like I don't.
Have been.
Well, I don't. I mean,
fly ass.
But like,
come on now.
but I don't necessarily care about any of that stuff.
Yeah.
It is more about making sure they're on board with what I'm preaching and what I'm teaching and what I need them to do for the company to grow. I don't need the respect. People always want like, hey man, if I get a promotion, then people will respect me. So like if you're at an accounting firm or something like that, and you're a low-level accountant, whatever that is, you're doing low-level accounting with taxes or whatever, and you think, what's important to me is respect. And if I get this promotion, then people respect me. That's not the case. Almost never it's not the case.
Not that.
There's always another level, and those people won't respect you until you get to that level, and then those people won't respect you at another level top that. So the only way to actually get any respect is to outwork everyone around you and be better at what you do than everybody else. And that's a lot of people. There's a lot of people in bodybuilding. There's a lot of people in roofing. There's a lot of people. And the only way you'll get any respect, it won't be by demanding it.
No.
There's a competitor out there, and he demands respect. Fires people on site for looking at him funny, or making fun of the cars that he drives, or the motorcycle he showed up on, or whatever. If they don't address him as sir or whatever, you'll fire him on site.
Mm-hmm.
That's mob stuff. And maybe you do need that if you're going to be mob mentality. Maybe you do need that respect, but I don't need that. I don't require that. Some people don't know how to give it anyway. I don't want it. I just need to be complicit, and let's be on the same page, and let's work to a better future for both, not only me, but for you as well, because I look out for everybody underneath me or beside me. So
not really mob. I'm not looking for mob or gangster type of respect. Not that.
Because I think that's what I hear people say. You need to put that respect on my name. Mm-hmm. Like,
well, if somebody is
that turns me off.
I mean, if somebody
who are you?
If somebody is disrespecting you, you don't want that. Doesn't feel good.
It may not feel good, but it's almost non-consequential for me. Like, I don't care. Like, it literally does not matter. Are you the best employee I've ever had? Right. Then I don't care if you disrespect me.
No, I was having
be the best at your job.
Yeah,
and be disrespectful to me. That's fine. I don't care.
No, I get it.
What's better for us and for yourself and for everyone is that you're the best at your job.
I had this conversation with, because you put me on that.
Mm-hmm.
I had this conversation with the person that I'm working with as my partner on maintenance now. Like, bro, I don't care what a person says. Somebody could come up and say, DeVon, you're this, you're that. I don't care. Because I know who I am. You know what I mean? And they were saying, like, it's just certain things that basically will belittle you, or that'll try to belittle you, and they can't talk to you a certain way. Like, they can't talk to you a certain way. And so I was like, well, people are going to try that in life, period. And you can't let them penetrate your mind like that.
Yeah, you can let them be disrespectful, but just don't let it affect you.
Yeah, and it's certain, but it's, when it comes to respect out here, I treat everybody with the utmost. So I'm
Good
respecting
general
that in
rule.
return. But like when you're dealing with a disrespectful individual, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like hard to not say. It's hard to not
Oh, it's definitely hard not to say
tell that
something.
person like, you know, that doesn't make me feel good. You know,
Yeah,
that was kind of
no, it's definitely hard.
So that's it's
But
not
if you can
mob
table
we
that,
looking for.
if you can table
like-
that though, you'll be way more successful.
I
If you can
agree.
table that, if you can go, DeVon, you ain't even that strong, blah blah. DeVon,
I go
you
through
ain't
it
even
all
not
the
that
time,
good. You're
bro.
not even that good at training, and DeVon, blah blah blah.
Somebody-
Some kind of disrespect that he's a wannabe heavy lifter. He's a wannabe trainer. He's a wannabe whatever.
Somebody said, I go
As long
through
as you're
that.
getting paid, as long as you're being successful, and those people they don't matter, then it doesn't matter to me at all.
What if they matter?
Like
What
who?
if
Give
you
me an
ain't-
example. A roundabout example. It can be an analogy of another.
What if your wife don't respect you?
If your wife's not,
That's a problem, bro.
yeah, that is a definite problem.
You know what I mean? Like, what if
Is she the best wife in all other regards except for that?
no?
If she's not, then it
If
does
she's
not
not,
worth
then
it.
it don't matter.
Then it doesn't matter.
What if she's
Let
already
it
your
go.
wife?
It doesn't matter.
You gotta check it.
No, just check it.
That's it.
Yeah, my you know, like my
I gotta
personal
whiz- I gotta
personal
whiz
life without
again.
getting too deep, you know, it's like, you know, like it has been disrespectful at times. I don't care. She's the best mom to my kid. She keeps the house clean. She helps me out. Blah blah blah. It's fine. You can be disrespectful. Do be the best person.
I get it. Yeah, I get what you're saying totally. Because
You'll be more successful.
I've taken on what you
it's
said.
harder to learn that emotionally and just eat that.
Eat that.
You have to eat it, and it sucks. And it sucks.
That's
But
all
you
I
have to
mean.
eat.
Not mob, gangster type of stuff. Just when you're say a man is doing everything to provide for his family, to me he's a king. He's a king to me, no matter what his job description is. If you're getting abused mentally by somebody, that matters to me. Like that's internally. That's if it's somebody that you care about. If it's somebody that you care about and they're abusing you in that aspect, that's a problem.
It is a problem
That's a
if
problem.
they're not the best. And this is just for success and mostly business stuff. It may not directly coincide with, you know, marriage or relationship stuff, but if you can table those things, I don't have the ability to lose my mind on people anymore. I've lost that.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime that I've lost my mind on somebody and really been outspoken and really come down on hard somebody, it was always a negative. It's never helped me.
I think that's what I mean by like. I think it's when you've been at the bottom, bro, with nothing. I mean, with nothing, and you work hard to like get up somewhere, and you have that self-respect. I think that you have that self-respect, and you have to protect that.
No.
You gotta whiz.
Nope, I disagree with you. And you're allowed to have a different opinion for sure. But let's play that out scenario wise.
Mm-hmm.
If you're at a job
Yeah.
and the people that matter are disrespectful to you,
I think you get
this only works if you're the best at what you do, right? This doesn't work unless you're the best at what you do. If you're not the best person at what you're doing, if you're not the best factory person, if you're not the best accountant, if you're not the best whatever, this scenario does not work. But if you are the best, then you go somewhere else.
I'm only speaking from that point of view because
Okay.
if I'm doing anything, I must be the best. Like nobody can train you better than me.
Right.
Nobody can care as much as me.
Right.
Nobody can be involved as much as me and see and see what Austin needs as much as me from all my studies, for all my experiences and everything. I have to be the best in what I do or why I do it.
Okay. So like doing that, if you're somewhere and the upper people, the people that make decisions for you. If you're coworkers, who cares? But like the people that make decisions that hurt your life if they're disrespectful to you, if you're the best at what you do, then you leverage that and you go, I will leave unless X happens. I will put up with X for this amount of money. Because that's what I always do.
Facts.
Do I put up with people that are disrespectful to me for money? Yes, absolutely.
Facts.
Like, I don't care. I don't care. If I'm an accountant senior representative for this tax firm and I have the greatest God's gift to accountants there is underneath me and I'm just a dick, okay? Mm-hmm. If they walk into my office one day and they go, hey, I hate working here and I only hate working here because of you. Mm-hmm. So if I'm going to continue to work here, you're going to give me another $50,000 in salary and I'll work here to put up with this. But if not, I'm going somewhere else. Because there's always that. You have no bartering room if you're not the best. And there's an easy way to find that out. If you're at home and you're thinking, I'm not sure if I'm the best at what I do and I think I deserve more and I don't think they should be disrespecting me like this. There's an easy way to find out where the barometer is. You go to your bosses and you go, hey, I'm not like, let's say we work at Taco Bell. I love using Taco Bell because it's like, I go to Taco Bell manager and I've been making burritos and tacos like a god.
Like a god.
For like 6 months to a year. And I go, listen, I hate working here and it's because of you guys. Okay? I'm going to leave and go make tacos for somebody else, or you're going to give me $5 more an hour to work here to put up with this because I don't like it here. And then do that.
I've done that.
And then do that. But the good barometer for that is they say, goodbye. Turns out, you're not the best. You're not as good as you think you are. You're just not. And it sucks.
You got to put that.
You need to realize that your value wasn't whatever you were doing, however you were doing it. I don't know. But the hard facts are, if you can be that easily let go over a minuscule amount of money, then you weren't as valuable. You weren't making yourself as valuable as possible.
Right.
You know, you can do your job well. That's just expected, right? If you get hired on to clean the floors in this factory and you just clean them, and one day you walk in, I want $10 more an hour. To me, you're not going to get that.
That's why
you're not going to get that, because all you've done was do your job well. Now, if you're indispensable, and in the meantime you're doing maintenance on machines and you're stocking the shelves and you're making sure that everyone has everything they need and they're stocking and you're doing way more than what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, man.
You're invaluable to that company. They couldn't get someone to replace you. Well, then
that's how I am with
different.
this fitness industry and this mindset becoming unstoppable, because things have tried to stop me that people complain about. Like you said, you'll never know when I'm having a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a choice to be positive. It's a choice to be like, have a good outlook and good attitude. I could have hell breaking loose and I'm still going to come in and do my shit. It's like Andy Frisella said, it can be snowing 10 feet and I'm going to still come out here and do my shit.
Right.
With this shit, with this fitness shit, I don't know nobody fucking with me. And no gyms. When it comes to people, I'm like the best with people, bro. It's just some people like to paint a narrative if they don't know me, or if they know my background, they'll be like, you know, this person is this and that. You know what I mean? But it can never outweigh your character and what work you do, because it's happened already. Like, it's happened, bro. And it's like, I think it's important to be in your market so you can be the best, because I'm out to be the best. You know, I'm fucking up right now, but when I get locked in on something, I'm out to be the best. Period. Like, I'm the best natural in the world right now, right? Worldwide. Like, that was my goal was just to be the best. Like what's his name? He had that Dragon's Lair. He had Wes Watson on there. Not Nick Walker. He's a fucking monster. Some people are out to be the best bodybuilders.
Mm-hmm.
I was out to do that at one point because I wanted to be the best me at the time. That's all I was doing in personal training. To be the best valet driver, to be the best customer service rep. There's certain qualities you gotta have or your people aren't gonna feel you. You know what I mean? They like, oh, he's just here for money. People know when you're out here just for money, right?
That's fine. You can be out there for money.
No, but for me,
but you better be given 1,000%. For every dollar that you're given, you better be given 1,000%.
You better be that motherfucker.
Whatever the dollar represents to you or that customer, that you better be giving them that.
See, I think our thing is, like we spoke about it before, like I'm not money driven. I think my life is good. I can make my life good no matter what situation I'm in. Like, for real. Like, I think I can have a good day no matter what. Even if all hell is breaking loose, I'm gonna have to do some things, put some work in to make it good. But I'm glad for the gifts. The gifts is when you at rock bottom. That's perfect to springboard from. That's perfect. I think just money being my goal, even if I become a millionaire tomorrow, bro, who am I? You know what I mean? Who am I? Just because I'm a millionaire don't mean all the girls gonna want to rock with me. Just because I'm jacked don't mean all the girls gonna rock with me. I might not have the character. I might not have the money. You gotta have it all. I agree totally, 100%. Demanding your respect through action and putting in that work and becoming undeniable is where
becoming
it's at.
undeniable that's like to the word of what we're talking about.
Yep, that's why I said
becoming
it.
Undeniable.
That's where we're at.
If you can get denied, then you're not undeniable. Like,
but when a person is like, not say like a kid sees me recording myself in the gym, right, and he's like, "You better kill that set because you're recording yourself." Like, bro, do you know who the fuck I am, bro? You know, in my mind, I'm like, you already know. I might say outside, like, you already know. But in my mind, I'm like, bro, I'm already fucking past all this shit. You know what I mean? It's just put some respect on that shit. That's just how I feel.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. Like, that's how I feel. But I get everybody doesn't have that for themselves. That's just where I'm at. I mean, it doesn't matter. I eat a lot of disrespect.
I'm sure you do.
I eat a lot of shit.
There's a lot of competition.
Oh, bro, I eat a lot of shit. Like, my ego doesn't get in the way of a lot of shit. It takes a long time for me to say something to somebody who's constantly just disrespecting. Like, no. I won't, because my work is gonna outweigh that.
Yeah, becoming undeniable is the way to do that.
You know what I mean?
You know,
like, I may leave Fort Wayne, and you may see me somewhere on a higher level and be like, I know DeVon. You know what I mean? Like, it's just being undeniable, bro. You gotta put in a lot of work in whatever field that you in. Like, I didn't just get to pro bodybuilder. I didn't get to training these top people like you off of just because I it didn't happen like that. You gotta do a lot of, like you said, free stuff first. A lot of people online who are making it. You know, they were going live on Facebook for a long time before they get all these views and stuff like that. They put in the reps. This is great because most people don't hear me talk a lot. But to get where I'm trying to go, you have to talk a lot, or you won't make any money online. Nobody cares about you just working out with music over your workout videos. Nobody cares about that. You're jacked. You got to be jacked. That's first off.
Yeah.
But nobody cares about that. They want to see how you can add value to them. So, just for instance, if a person says something online, which they have, I don't be tripping on that. I'll be laughing. Like, thanks for the marketing. If they post me like on their video or something like that and say I'm soft or whatever, because their experience with me has been, they've been trying to be disrespectful. But I've overseen that, like, bro, I'm already 10 light years ahead of you, or where you trying to go? Like, but it was still disrespectful. I won't forget that. I got pictures of when we were cool before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you've been a person that helped me. And I did nothing but respect you. Like that, bro. I'm not really, I feel what you're saying 100%, like, as far as it doesn't matter when you really putting that work in. I really get that.
No, it really...
Ever since you
have
told
to be
me that, bro,
established, so you
I
can't
get
just
that.
like put in super hard work for a day. You don't become super jacked or turn pro because you worked really hard one day, or for a couple weeks, or for 6 months. It takes a while, and then to be undeniable, you know, where they have to give it to you. They have to. There's no other choice.
You were undeniable on that stage that day to get that pro card in front of
you had to
people
be.
from all over the
You had to
world.
be. You had to be.
You beat everybody.
That was your day.
Market business. You didn't get in that tax bracket because they just liked you.
No.
You put in some goddamn work.
Yeah. Yeah.
You really did some shit.
Do you have any questions for me as we finish up? Anything you think the people would like to hear? As you think about it, I will do the outro where we go, if you have any questions, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, anything. If you post in there, I will see it. It's on my computer. Even when it's disrespectful, I will see it. So no problems. Just be disrespectful if you want to be. I don't care. If you have any questions, if you want us to cover any topics or anything like that, if you want to see somebody else, if you want to see certain somebody on here, whatever, if you want to do sponsorships, whatever, reach out. Any of those things. I'd love to cover any topics that people are curious about, any kind of lifestyle that people are curious about, anything. I just really want to be kind of well-rounded in the things, and I've tried to. We have other people coming up that are outside of the industry to kind of give their marks on, you know, entrepreneurship, marketship, leadership, being a good person, any of those and all things. I mean, this was hugely insightful today for the bodybuilding thing. I mean, it's just completely different. But anything else that you want to ask me, or?
Shoot, I think it was insightful for just life, bro.
Yeah.
Just life. Like, I can't really think of anything else, though.
Anything you want to say to the people? You want to plug either your website or your merch, or how to reach out to you for personal training or anything like that?
I just want to say you can Google my name, DeVon Causey. Check out my stories on the news. Check out any articles written on me. Any documentation written on me, check it out. If I can help you in any kind of way, then message me on Instagram, Facebook, and we'll get to it.
There you go. And that's a wrap.
Please remain seated.